In the last 6 years, I've said more of this date, 23rd May, more than my birthday, my anniversary, my kids' birthdays, or anything in this world, because that's how this journey has been. So for the ones who are joining us or who don't know about the story, we started in the year 2020. 23rd May 2020 was the first meeting of the Speaker Club that we started in the virtual space. All thanks to COVID, this idea was born. We had the desire to connect with people and get to know more people, know perspectives while we were all closed in a certain room. The vision behind what we stand for, or the idea that we want to be known for at Speaker Club is this. It is to empower people to express themselves. We all have stories, we all have experiences where we all live with it. But the important thing is we have an opportunity to express them, and that's where our stories come to the world, our perspectives, our insights, our lived experiences come to the world. And this is a platform that I want it to be, where people can express themselves, talk their stories out. And this is not about some success or some gyan that somebody is giving. It's about just your lived experiences that you want the world to know and share it with them. That's one side of it. The second side of it is to inspire positivity. We want to be a community where we have built this over the years, the fabric of how we all support each other. While we are expressing ourselves, we do not have filters in what we are saying. There are a lot of things that we push ourselves into communities or places where we are forced to wear masks. We are forced to not be able to say things or express ourselves in the way that we would genuinely want us to express ourselves. And that is what we want this community to be. A place where positivity is breeding and we all get a hang of it or experience a vibe of the positive thoughts and uplifting ideas that we get from this place. And how do we do it? It's two simple things. We provide a stage to all. It's a stage for all, not some invited speaker or some accomplished person. It's a stage for all. Anyone, you, me, every other common man, and there's a stage for all through which they can express themselves. And the second side is where we want to build a community where they can express and experience perspectives. Express your thoughts, express your lived experiences through which you can share what you have experienced in life. And more importantly, through others' expressions, you get to learn, you get to experience what others have learned, something that you could learn from a book, from a movie, from experience listening about some anecdote about someone successful. But listening to it from someone who's sitting right in front of you and listening to the stories has a different kick altogether. Because you have access. You have access to the person who's speaking it out. You have access to raw, unfiltered, real experience of the challenges and everything that has come through as a part of this journey. And this is what I feel is the journey of Speak Up Club. 6 years, 260 plus sessions, of which 160 plus are the open mics, which were open and free for all, both virtually and in person. That's how this community has been built. And over 1,000 people who have graced this stage, with people from across 16 countries and multiple cities in India who have come to this platform and shared. The good news is all this is recorded. All this is there on our YouTube channel, where at any point in time, if anyone is looking for some motivation from lived experiences, you can always go back to those 160 sessions which were open to all, were recorded and shared on our YouTube channel. Like we have it always, we have a theme for every meeting. We don't want to be a random place where random ideas or random insights or random forms of expression come through, because at the end you will leave with a confused thought about what am I taking out of it. And hence, Speak Up Club has always had a theme to every meeting where people come and express their thoughts, their stories and their experiences on that theme. And that is what we are looking for today. Today being the 6th anniversary of the Speak Up Club, there's no better idea of what could be the theme for the meeting other than a theme called as thank you. But please note, this is not a thank you for Speak Up Club or for me. This is a theme of thank you for what you experience as a gratitude for the people, for the stories, or for your lived experiences of what you are grateful for. So we are looking for stories about what you will express as a thank you, as a raising a toast for the people who have helped you grow in your life and scale up to where you are today. It's beautifully said, there's more hunger in the world for love and appreciation than for the bread. And more often than not, the gratitude that we feel or we experience is often like a gift. The problem is you are keeping that gift with you only. And that's a challenge. Today, I want the stage to be filled with stories about what you are grateful for and express a thank you. Unwrap that gift. We'll share the recordings with you. Unwrap that gift and express yourself of whom or for what you are grateful for. Let's listen with our hearts open to every expression that's going to come on stage, and let's applaud for the people who are going to come and share their thank yous.
So, am I audible? Yeah, okay. So, I want to thank my mom because she used to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. She used to sit beside me even though she has fear when I'm driving the car. And finally, I mean, at the first stage, I used to have these kind of fears. What if I dash to another guy where the bike is going and I dash into him and I have to, pay him, the insurance back. So that there, I had some fear in the first time, but gradually when I started to make mistakes, for example, a guy was going straight, I was going to like turn, but that guy just showed, what the hell, what are you driving, man? So that was one of the incident which I had. And the second thing is, when I started to drive more confidentially, I was able to reach about 60 to 80. I mean, that is the gradual speed which I go. I can go up till 100, but 60 to 80 I was able to touch in highways. And I would say, like, I would thank my mom because she used to wake up 5 o'clock daily because of me. She wanted me to drive more better. And now whenever I take the car, my mom is beside me, my father is in the back. He's happily enjoying in the back. So I am the guy who takes the car even if I'm in Chennai or in Hyderabad. So that is the one thing which I would say, tell thank you to my mom. And I want to add another story to that. So today is my mom's birthday. So I am thanking her, like, she should be living for about 100 years. I don't know she will live, but still I'm saying she will live for 100 years. And I am also thankful that what she has brought me, because now I'm an AI engineer by profession. That was just a referral from my father's friend's company. So I'm thankful for that, to my father as well as my family. So this is my two thank you stories, and back to you, Rahul.
In a case, we think of a thank you for strangers, thank you for something big which has happened. Maybe somebody referred to you for an interview or something. But when you look at our daily life, there's so much that we can be thankful for, because every little step that we take, I think there's some contribution from someone somewhere out there who has made things possible for us. And often a case, these are the most taken for granted things. Thank you, Rishi. I think that was a wonderful share. Let's move to the next person. Akash?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Akash. So today I'm going to speak on the topic thank you. When I first saw the theme for the speaker club today, thank you, first I thought that it's very easy topic. We often say thank you to many people in our daily life. But then I realized that the people whom we should say thank you are barely hear thank you from us. So I'll share my personal story. I started working professionally last year. I came to Hyderabad, and in all the rush, long work hours, focusing on my health, focusing on my mental peace, focusing on my growth, learnings, and everything. Gradually, I realized that there are many people who has contributed to my journey, who is contributing in my day-to-day life. For example, when I wake up in the morning, when I am getting ready for the office, the food is already prepared in my hostel. Someone is doing that. When I'm going to my office, the cab is already there. When I got stuck in my work, there are my colleagues, my friends, my seniors, who is always there to help me. When I get home tired at night, I call my family. They're always there to talk to me. My friends, they are always there to hang out with me. I can share my things, my personal stuff, everything. Even my fitness journey also taught me the same thing. There are often people who will guide you, who will support you when you feel like giving up. And we barely say thank you to them. We often take them for granted. If any one of you are into fitness, you will realize that many times we feel like giving up. We can't do anymore. We feel like this is enough. Then someone pushes us. Maybe it may be a friend, a partner, a trainer, anyone it can be. So they push us. So today, I want to thank all of them who have supported my journey. We often take our success as our own, but we often ignore the people who has contributed to our success. I think we should be grateful for them. We should thank them every day, and we should recognize their efforts. So I feel that thank you is not just a phrase; it's a way of letting people know that their efforts are appreciated. They just need to hear a simple word, which is thank you.
could be different. It doesn't have to be the words of thank you or sending a message or something like that. But it can always be some form in which you can show or make them feel that they are special to us. They made a difference to us. Ask yourself, what can be that form? Maybe if you're talking of a mom, can you wake up someday and make a cup of tea for her? Unexpectedly. She'll ask you, what do you need? Who's that girl? It's okay. It's all a part and parcel of the place where it happens. But the entire idea is that if they're feeling that, that's where we are wrong. If they're feeling that, why is he doing this? That's where we are wrong. I think that's where we need to change. I was like this, let me tell you, I was like this for a long time until the year 2020 or something. And then I started to give these shocks. It felt like a shock to them because next came the question, क्या चाहिए? हो क्या रहा है? कुछ है बता. ये सब मत कर. Because I remember with my dad, I had this instance. There was the last time that I told him, I called him, Papa कुछ बात करनी है. I gave him the shocker about having a love marriage. And उसके बाद कभी भी है ना मैं उनको फोन करता हूँ, पापा कुछ बात करनी है. वो कुछ भी कर रहे हैं ना सब साइड में रखेंगे, बाद में नहीं, तू अभी बोल क्या है, बात क्या अभी बोल, खत्म कर, मेरे से ये झेला नहीं जाएगा इतना क्या. And I think we need to normalize this. We need to make this entire environment where we are able to express, and we are constantly in that mode of gratitude where they don't have to question us, they don't have to feel shocked, ये कहाँ से आया, ये क्यों आ रहा है. And I think that's where the normalization has to happen, where they start to feel, okay, it is a genuine one and this is coming from straight from the heart. And that's how it is being expressed. Thank you. I think that was a wonderful thing about having gratitude for those bare minimum people who are always there, but barely recognized.
Good evening, guys. I have one interesting story about the power of thank you or gratitude. I'm sure everybody must have seen the movie Munna by MBBS. In that movie, there is a scene wherein there is a sweeper who is very irritated almost all the time because of the lot of work he has. But the main character, Munna Bhai, goes to him, he gives him a hug and say, "Tum bahut acha kaam kar rahe hai, Maqsood Bhai." And he smiles and he feels happy. So I saw that film, I saw that scene, I thought maybe I should try this in real life. I live in an apartment. So there is a watchman whose job is to open the gate when a vehicle comes and close it again. And also he has to take the entries of visitors and all. And he always is in an irritated mood. Maybe he has a lot of work pressure. I thought maybe I should try this, and I went to him and I said, "Bhaiya, ab bahut acha kaam kar rahe ho, thank you." He said, at this moment, I expected him to hug me back and say, cry on my shoulder. Maybe I'll pat him or something like that. Then he'll say, "Hey, theek hai, chal. So that was I was awestruck. I mean, I didn't expect that reaction. So I was like, okay, ये director हमको पागल बना रहा है. We should never try the things that we see in films. But the next day, when I went to the same gate, that person smiled at me, and that was the first time I saw him smile. So then I realized maybe he was busy. He didn't give me a good reaction, but he understood that I was thanking him from the bottom of my heart. He understood the message from heart to heart. That smile is the power of gratitude. That smile is the power of thank you. So thank you guys for giving me this opportunity.
Normalize that someone saying a thank you is genuine and intended, not with some motive behind it, but a genuine case where we want them or we are genuinely thankful for what they bring to the table. And I think that's a wonderful way to appreciate someone who least expects it. That's a tiring job, and getting it from someone unexpectedly can make your day. And I think that story, more than you, it will stay with him forever. While it does stay with you, but with him, I think it's those rare moments in this entire career or years of work that you would have got such a moment. Even allowing people to recognize that they are visible, they are seen, is also kind of thank you, is also kind of appreciation. And that is something people take ages to experience, wanting and waiting for that one moment. And when they get it, everything makes sense, or everything feels worthy of whatever pain they've gone through, just by making them feel visible and embrace their presence, that they exist and they matter.
First of all, good evening everyone. So today's topic is thank you. I want to say thank you to the most important person in my life, my husband. Are with my husband because before marriage, my life was very different. I used to think, I wish I could change my life. I wish I could do something in my life. I wish I could do something or explore the world in my life. I used to think all those things because at that time I had no phone, no network, and no confidence. Then my husband came into my life and we got married. After that, he brought me to Hyderabad. After that, after getting married, my life slowly started slowly changing. I saw everything was new for me. I was so excited. Everything, new city, new people, and I learned new language, English also because of him. So I'm so grateful to him, and so today I'm so grateful for this moment, this for this journey, and especially for my husband. So thank you, my husband, coming into my life. I'll be great. I'll be stay grateful to you entire life. Thank you.
Having him here in the room makes it even more special. I think that's the entire charm of it. Yesterday night, how long have you been married? इतना दुखी क्यों हो रहा है? It's okay. 16. But the point is, yesterday night in the virtual open mic, we had a couple, Shubhadra ma'am, who joined us yesterday from Vizag. Her husband is for work purpose, he's in Hyderabad. They've been married for 45 years. And yesterday night, I take such pride in how our community creates a space where I don't know how they interact between each other. But yesterday night, I saw a complete magic. Shubhadra ma'am spoke for 5 minutes about how she's grateful for her husband. I would want you all to go back to that recording. I would want you all to see that. And कोई स्वीट नहीं है. 45 years के बाद कुछ स्वीट नहीं रहता है. बराबर धोया है पूरा. I am like this. He tolerates this, and this is how my love is. And once he was done, I saw someone coming on the camera, and then I get to know her husband is here, and then he delivered a 5-minute speech telling about how he is grateful for her, and that's the beauty I felt. This is a moment where I think the entire purpose of 6 years of Speak Up Club culminates to creating a space where I don't know in real life how they express each other, but if they got a platform, they got a space where they could express their love for each other, and through a means where Speak Up Club was a catalyst to it. I'm grateful for that.
Very good evening to all of you. I was not expecting that I'm going to speak. I thought I would be just an audience. So I just express my gratitude to all of who helped me to improve in my life in no specific order. I will start with my parents, my family, especially my mom, because whatever I am today because of her. Whenever I am in doubt, whenever I am in uncertainty, she is always there. She is always there to guide me, to help me to take decisions. My father, my sisters, then my relatives for teaching me about the relations and society. My teachers for holding my hand throughout my life to help me to stand on my feet. My well-wishers, one of my well-wishers is like Neeraj Bhaiya. He's a photographer in Delhi. He's part of Art of Living. He's a social activist. So he taught me about the different perspective to see society and our surrounding. And also how I can express my, vision, perspective about life. Then my friends who helped me to groom, helped me to move from introvert to extrovertness. Then like being Jain, so we have Jain monks, so their teachings are always there with me. And like I still remember when I graduated in 2020, it was COVID, and I got a campus placement, and I was a fresher, and I was like so much struggling at that time. So one of the Jain monk, like we have something called Chomasa. So like that was happened in my area itself, and he was there. Like I even fell sick. My parents got COVID. They were in hospitals, and I was at home. When they came back, then I started my job. I was struggling a lot, so they were there. So my gratitude to them, my mentors, my seniors, mentors in my college, in my office, their teachings is something that guided me, that taught me how to think. My colleagues, especially for their feedbacks, I learned the importance of feedbacks, like how difficult it is to give feedback and to accept feedback. So thank you for that, and also to encourage me to get out of my comfort zone, and like speaking in such setting is one of my uncomfort zone, I will say. And then my gym trainer, which whom I met in my office only, so he helped me to become fit. He taught me like of course all the exercises we do in gym, and especially I mean God, because I feel like whatever I got, it is because of God. I mean, I don't know, because one thing what I have observed about myself is, if I want to achieve something, I just keep murmuring, I just keep thinking about it, and it's somehow it happened. Maybe because of, I don't know like how to, like what's the reason behind it, but I think there is something which we can't express in word. So that is always there, that helps me to like think big and take big steps. So yeah, and thank you to all of you for giving me this opportunity.
Looking at the list that you had and the last thing that you mentioned, I was only remembered of this quote. It's a beautiful saying which I read somewhere. It said, "The more thankful you are for what you have, the more thankful you are for what you have, you'll be blessed. You'll be blessed with more what you can be thankful for." And I think it's a wonderful loop through which you can look at the entire cycle of gratitude and thankfulness that you can build as a nature that can help you manifest it.
I'm very grateful for one thing. I'm an old school type. I still follow Facebook, but all that I follow Rahul, like I don't have an Instagram, but at least there is a web version. I can listen the audio and every day get inspired. So coming back, what I see is, I echo with Rahul's words. The more you see, the more you like it. That's Andhra Pradesh tourism quote in the back. So I'll tell you one thing. If you probably are at teens, 20s, 30s, right? Try this one thing. See, I feel like at 40s, whatever the maturity I had now, I wish I had it at 20s. So I could have been, it's not possible, not possible at all, but I could have been more grateful. Why I wanted to be more grateful is, the more you are grateful, the world, the way you see it is like that. So you'll be more thanked by others also. So I was going to a railway station and there's this Bihar, Bhaiya, Danapur Express, kaha? Then I thought one thing, I know it's late, my train is late, but I could afford to go by bus if I miss a train. Then I guided him. Same thing, I went to Mysore. Me going city bus stand, where? Because it's everything in Kannada, right? So Bunny is saying, Bunny Telugu film, I know what is Bunny. He's like, other person, Arey, go na. Then I Googled, oh, come, Bunny means come. So it's a instant karma. Whatever the things that we are doing for others, it's reflecting in my own life. So going back, like we are all here in a professional forum, because we all are, one common thing we are very thankful is for our parents. They have a chance, they have a discount. They could have invested that money or saved without investing on an education, right? So the way, what is the good version of being grateful is, now we are at a stage where we can roam around the world, change place, no different perspective, like a continuous learning, all can talk about. And if you need or seek a help, we have a way to get it. Like I've met an UP person in Mysore. He was like, भैया मैं उत्तर प्रदेश से आया हूँ, मजबूरी से काम करना है, 6 बजे के बाद भी मेरा मालिक काम कर रहा है, ये क्या है? He don't want to stay here. He likes UP, but there's no work there. So he come. It reflected me. I was in boarding school till 4th standard. My parents also had no choice. They have to put me in boarding school. So everything reflects when I meet people, do people. Even coming here is a blessing and also reflection, because I would nowhere else would get this opportunity to seek the diverse perspective, right? So all I think about is try new ways, like even if you can pause, like one of you are talking, the guy, right? Like in Vande Bharat, I was just pressing a button to open the door because he has a stack of plates he has to take out. Every time he's coming, he's like, thank you, bhaiya. And like sometimes you said some people are busy and they don't. But the thing is, like Rahul pointed out, the visibility, right? At least if you look at them and smile, some people are sweating, like they might be doing very hard in jobs. But if you say, hi bhaiya, kaise hai, kahan se hai? kya kare tum kya karte, like if you make a little bit conversation with them, so they have an impression. The way I said is like person coming from UP and doing this work, he has is very young age, so he can carry impression what he wanted. We were like that when we are young, but now we are at an age where we can leave the bad and take only positive. But if you can make that little gap and make a conversation with him, his perspective is changed. Okay, he also felt it, but he's taking only the good part of it. Why don't I also do that? So probably not everyone is bad, not everyone is good. It all depends on whom you wanted to cover, whom you wanted to take with you, right? Not just the community is always like you have to, unless you reach out to the bigger world, then you know who are your well-wishers, who you can vibe with, whom you can leave them, not hating them, right? All these things. So thank you very much.
All right. While I was sitting there, I was thinking, who are the three people that I would thank based on the theme, and I hadn't thought about it because I wanted it to be who are the three people that come to my mind, right? And the list goes on. The people who chose, who didn't give up in the imperfect times. When the life is perfect, time is perfect, and everything is perfect, everybody chooses, right? So back in when I was 7 years old, I thank my grandmom who didn't give up right after I lost my parents. Though she was admitted, then she said yes and no at the same time. Yes to take care of us, no to the life she was falling to. I'm forever grateful to her. Like she has been a mother, a father, and everything. That whatever I'm here today, it's because of her. Coming down, the second person I would like to thank is there is a person named Samprit Reddy. When I came to Hyderabad back in 2017, I was no one, and I just happened to meet him. And the interview happened. He asked me 2 questions, and he sent me home. Next day, he calls me. Is like, I've never met you. The position you are applying for, just hold on for 3 months. I'll pay you the salaries. Just do the courses, come to office and chill. And he gave me better position. So from there, the life turned around. I was able to take care of my basic expenses at the same time, finish my graduation as well. Moving on, of course, life has phases, right? We go through phases, and when good time comes, so the difficult ones as well. 2 years back, when the life was still rough, times were imperfect, I thank a person that who chose me, and that's Neha. And the way that she chose me, saying, I know your life journey, I know what you have been through and what you are trying to. Let me also be part of it and take care of you when you need me. And that's the time we happened to meet and said, we might be imperfect today. Let's come together, get together, and build a life going forward. So these are the three people that I could thank for. Nonetheless, there are people, each and everybody that's been part of my life for a bit of moment or for days. The ones who taught me something, the one I got to learn something from. I thank everybody, and with that, I thank all of you.
Okay. So when I saw this theme, the first thing that came to my mind was the Peppa Pig show that my daughter watches, and there was this episode on thank yous and sorries. And apparently the teacher who teaches those kids about thank yous and sorries and says that these are magical words, does not practice it themselves. So that was the first thing. But then when I thought hard about it, it was very difficult to find people who I want to genuinely say thank you to. But when I dug deeper, I realized that there are 3 instances that I can distinctly recollect. One is a time when my father had business issues, and I had to get out of the school, and we had to find a new school. We moved to a different apartment, and I was not getting admission into a government school. I would probably have to leave studies because of that. So there was this neighbor who really helped me at that point of time. Her name is Raj Lakshmi, and I used to call her Raj Lakshmi auntie. And she got me into a government school. It's a Tamil aided school, DTEA in Delhi. And she got me 3 attempts in that. Like there was an entrance test for me to get admission into that, and for the first 2 times I failed, and the third time also she requested the principal, and it eventually happened. So I would never be able to like forget her, and like I'm immensely grateful for the kind of thing that she did for me, because otherwise my life would be very different. The second person that comes to my mind is my friend Parth, who I met in college. So the first incident that I mentioned was about the help that I really needed at that point, and there was no one who was coming up front, and like she came out of nowhere. But this person was there with me, observing me. We were talking to each other. We became really good friends, and he really helped me understand my hidden potential. So we used to have these positions in the society. Like I was part of the economics honors course, and there used to be society called the Economic Society, and he insisted me to nominate myself for the vice president post, and I had never in my wildest dreams would have thought about it. So, but when he proposed it, I really thought that it is something that I should really try for, and I tried and I got it. And the next year I also got to the president post as well. So, I mean, he let me realize my hidden potential. And the third instance that comes to my mind is very unexpected. Like it came at a point when I had lost all hope. I was ridden with COVID, and my fever was not going down for 10 days, and everybody around me had lost hope, and I had also realized that I might not survive. So one day I sat up and started writing on all my finances, so that after I'm gone, at least my family can use whatever I've saved so far. But then that was a turning point. I don't know how it happened, what happened, but I'm immensely grateful for the kind of blessing I got at that point of time, and I don't know who helped it or what, whether it was my family or the ancestors or the God himself. It's just probably karma, but yeah, that's something that's very strange that I'm very thankful for. The only thing that I want like to say is like thank you. Like it's not just a word. It's sometimes is magic when you say it to someone who really needs it at that point of time. So yeah, thank you so much.
First of all, thank you for inviting me and arranging this wonderful program so that we can connect, right? So here we are artists, we are means connecting some poetry like that also, and it's a good platform, right? That actually I am very talkative person, and I'm socially very connected. First of all, I will give my basic information. I am Sonali. I am actually from Maharashtra, Pune. But after marriage, I came here, Hyderabad. I am actually singer. I did here as a music teacher for 2 to 3 years in a school, and I started my musical journey here. During Corona time, I took classes online and offline, some classes, and I connected through online platforms like that. And right now, Tamil and Telugu song I got, and recording is done, and album song I'm working on that. Telugu one more song. So that's it. And I am social worker also. I have completed my master in social work. So I like to do social activities like NGO programs. I am means if any help required, for example, orphanage, any activity will be there. They are calling me for any musical or any yoga like that. Breathing exercise also I can take in that. Omkar sadhana. Some various activities is there. So I like to connect people and all. That's it. Thanks a lot.
What I'd like to do now is, while all of you all have expressed your thank you, specifically because this is a Speak Up Club meet, I would like to express for this one facet of my life, which is the Speak Up Club. I would just like to express my gratitude for the journey that has been there and a few people who have contributed to it. One, to begin with, as an individual, I'm while I come across as a very soft, smiling, and positive person, there are a few facets of my life because of me being driven by ambition, where it's like jhukega nahi, that kind of a place. And imagine having me as a husband. Now that's the challenge. If there's one person who has stood by me in this entire journey, it has been my wife Pragya. Because for every time I was in a room, I was in this hall or places like this, there was something which I was missing out on, some responsibility I was ignoring, and while I was being able to fulfill or be here in this part. And I think one of the biggest great gratitude that I have is for Pragya for the part that she has played in me being here. That's one. Second is we have virtually Sir Uma Nataraj, who has been a kind of an integral part of the community, where if I were to say, almost over 50% of the people who have come to the Speak Up Club have come through her. In the virtual space, largely in the virtual space, they have come through her. Even as an example, Rishi here is there, who's been here through the reference of Uma ma'am. And virtually, there are a lot of people who were a part of the Speak Up Club because she took the effort to invite people, to share with people, and the kind of enthusiasm and the excitement which at her age she brings in the energy. It's something which I have not seen in anyone in my life with such kind of enthusiasm for helping or serving people. So that's number two. Again, today we don't have another one person who's been an integral part of it is Akanksha. When she began, she was 13 years old. In 2020, she was 13. And for 125 Saturday nights on a trot, except for one, when I had changed the timing, she didn't know. She attended all 125 sessions of the Speak Up Club. And funny enough, because of my dad, COVID, or some instances in my personal life, I attended not more than 120. So she had more attendance than me in this entire journey. And she has grown from the 13-year-old to a 20-year-old now. And I have seen a large part of her life with regard to how she has transformed. More importantly, how she has been a part of this community. How she has contributed to it with regard to the work, a lot of posters and a lot of write-ups, because I'm not that creative at writing. She's been a part of this journey, and I will be ever grateful for her age and how she is wiser, not by a few years, by a few times, I would say, to what her age is and the wisdom and the thought process that she has had. Alongside in this journey of 6 years of Speak Up Club, I've had my own cycles of life, going through depression and having a lot of challenges, cycles of it. And I think she's been one constant who's been there as a part of this journey. I've always, despite the age difference, she's like, 20 years younger to me. Despite that age difference, she's been that kind of a cushion or someone whom I could talk to. And funny enough, get advice, life advice from her. And that's how it has been. So that's Akanksha for you. So these are people who are a part of this journey, apart from a few other people who are the members of the community who have become more like family today. So we had Madhu, the time when I started the Inner Circle program was a time when Madhu was the first person to have faith in me and say that, okay, you do something, I'm already registering for it. He was the first person where, once we started the Inner Circle group with the membership model, he was the first person to join in and say that I'm a part of it. You do whatever you want to, I'm there. This is my fees and I'll be a part of it. So that's one. Sri Krishna also has been a consistent person who's been a part of the journey. He's not here today because he's in Kerala right now. Yesterday night he joined us. And he's also been a consistent one. There's another member called as Poonam, who's from Nepal. She's another one consistent person who's been there. I've never met her, but yet she's been a part of this journey and kind of more of a family today because of the things that we share, the things that we discuss, and how we are always looking out for what we can do better, what we can do further in Living Life Speak Up Club. And more importantly, all the people who have been here on this stage or in this audience, I think each one of your presence in itself is what drives me. Finally, I'm thankful to one person that none of you all mentioned. Not for me, in your journey. I'm thankful to myself. Something that we often ignore, because if there's one person who's a witness to your entire life journey with all the secrets, it is yourself. And the worst part of it is that we as individuals are flawed. We know our misgivings, we know our shortcomings, we know the mistakes that we have made, and hence we often never feel thankful to ourselves. But to look at it, whatever life journey that you have, nothing about Speak Up Club, whatever life journey that you have had, look at how far you have come. Wins, losses, pain, joy, setbacks, great accomplishments, whatever be it, you have come this far, and the last person that you are thankful for is often yourself. And I think that needs to change, because with all the scars, with all the good, bad, ugly parts of our story, if we are here, there's something that made it possible, and that is you. we often ignore this one person. That's the reason I said none of you all mentioned about your own story for your own self. For Jaman as an example, for Neha, for Puneet, for Rishi, for everyone. When was the last time you felt grateful for who you are as an individual and how far you have come? Ask yourself that question and you'll realize, because we see everyone's beautiful part, we miss out on seeing our own good parts with the scars, with the flaws. So think of it in that way. Tonight, before you go to sleep, ask yourself this question. If you put aside all the missing pieces of your life story, don't you still feel grateful for who you are and the life that you have lived? We will have. Everyone has their own imperfections. But I think that's a beautiful way to look at and feel grateful for the lives that you have had and how far you have come. And applaud yourself for that.